So, we met yesterday as a team, and we decided that we are going to push the test back from this week Thursday to a week from today. Okay, so the test will be on next week Tuesday. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to do what we had planned anyways. All that does is add in an extra review day for you. Okay, and so, which is fine, totally fine with that. Okay, so next week Tuesday you will have a non-calculator part to this test, and then that will be followed up with a calculator part to the test. Okay. Remember, we have gone to the 85% rule. So if your overall grade is an 85% or better, you have the option of turning in the homework. You still need to do the homework. You just have the option of turning it in. Okay? If you're under an 85%, you have to do and turn in all 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those homeworks that we will be collecting for you. Most of them are on cream colored. Okay, so these top 5 are on cream. Okay, the review assignment is on Retina Burning Red. That one is going to be collected from everyone, whether or not you are above 85% or not. Okay, so the cream colored homeworks are optional if you're above an 85% to turn in. If you do turn them in, I will grade them like normal. You'll get points. It'll help you. And everybody needs to turn in the review assignment. Any questions on that? And that is all next week, Tuesday. Okay? Love it. So, 2 warm-ups today. First, I want you to find me the reference angle, theta prime, for those 2 angles. And then I also want you to find me a positive and a negative coterminal angle to go along with both of those also. Okay? Go for it. First off, it's going to help to figure out where the actual angle is. 150 degrees is up here. Which means my theta prime is, what's my reference angle? 30 degrees? Yeah, 30 degrees. Remember, reference angles are the acute angle that comes off of the horizontal. Okay? The reference angles come off of the horizontal. So my reference angle, theta prime, is 30 degrees. A positive coterminal angle to go along with that one, it's got to be one of these. So let's go 510. Let's go 870. Let's go 1230. Yes? $10, 870. Yep, 1230. Yep. Negative ones. Let's go negative 210 degrees, negative 570 degrees, negative 930 degrees. Yes? All of those work. Yeah. In number 2, negative 9 pi over 7 is up here. which means the reference angle is here, and my reference angle would be 2 pi over 7. Because 7 pi over 7 would be half of the circle. I still needed to go 2 more pi over 7. So that's 2 pi over 7. Okay. A positive coterminal angle would be 5 pi over 7. 19 pi over 7. 33 pi over 7 would be the next one. A negative coterminal angle would be negative 23 pi over 7 and negative 37 pi over 7. Yep. Questions on those? Yes, ma'am.
So, for the total the degrees, you just add 360 or subtract it. What is it for the
Add and subtract 2 pi. But in here, I was adding and subtracting 14 on my numerator. Because 14 over 7 gives me 2 pi. So I did negative 9 plus 14 got me the 5. 5 plus 14 got me the 19. 19 plus 14 got me the 33. Negative 9 minus 14 got me the negative 23. Minus 14 got me the negative 37. Next one would have been negative 51. 5. Good? All right. So remembering that if we have a point somewhere in the space, okay, and we want to find certain things about it, remember that the sine of that particular point, or the angle that goes through that particular point, would be y divided by r, whatever the y value is of the point, divided by the r value. R is going to be the, quote, radius, that is how far away it is from the origin. Excuse me. So that will be the square root of x squared plus y squared. Cosine is x over r, and tangent is y over x. And then cosecant, secant, and cotangent are just the reciprocals of that. Then what we have to do is we have to find the reference angle. And so the reference angle is the inverse tangent of y over x, and we drop the negative signs there because we want the acute angle, because the reference angle is the acute angle. Okay? Then determining on which quadrant we are in will determine what the actual theta is. If we're in quadrant 1, our reference angle is our theta. If we're in quadrant 2, then we have to subtract our reference angle from 180 degrees or from pi, depending on if we're in radians or degrees. If we're in quadrant 3, we add our reference angle to 180 degrees or to pi. And if we're in quadrant 4, we subtract it from 360 degrees or from 2 pi. Okay? All right. So, with that being said, find me the cosine, the tangent, and the angle theta if the sine of theta is 3/5 and the secant of theta is greater than 0. Okay? So we want to find those 3 things. We've got 3 things to find. We've got cosine, tangent, and actual theta, given that the sine of theta is 3/5. Which quadrant are we in just based off of the sign being positive? Which quadrants could we be in? 1, 2, any other ones? No, so that's a quadrant 1 or a quadrant 2 sign value, because sign is positive up top. Okay? Secant being positive. What 2 quadrants is secant positive in? 1 and 4? So which quadrant are we in? We're in quadrant number 1. Okay? So let's draw ourselves a quadrant 1 triangle. If I draw myself a quadrant 1 triangle, there is my theta. Bad looking triangle. Not much better, but still a little bit better. What sides do I know? Horizontal, vertical, or slash? What's the horizontal? Don't know it yet, do we? It's 4, but we don't know it right from the start, right? Okay, what's the vertical? Vertical is 3. What's the slashed or the hypotenuse? 5. So knowing that, and that this is a right angle, then we could figure out that the horizontal is 4. Okay? If you don't know the 3, 4, 5 relationship, right triangle trig, or Pythagorean theorem, okay? Then you could always use Pythagorean theorem. 3 squared plus b squared equals 5 squared, and you get b is 4. Okay? So, with that being said, what then is the cosine of theta? What do you got, this man? 4/5. You mouthed it, so I knew that you were right. What do we got for the tangent of theta? What do you got? Do we agree with 3/4? Yep, I would agree with 3/4. Okay? Then we need to find actual theta. So now we're going to have to go that my reference angle, which is really my theta, because I'm in quadrant number 1, so I don't have to worry about that. My reference angle, or my theta, is going to be the inverse tangent of 3/4. Handy dandy calculator. I would do inverse tangent of 3 divided by 4, and I would get, making sure that I'm in degrees. Degrees is good. I get here 36.8698765. So I would say here that my actual theta is, let's go 36.87. Agreed? Questions, comments, concerns, clarification? Seeing none, I would like you to try this one now. So secant is positive, puts us in what quadrant? 1 and 4, because it's attached with cosine, yep. So that would be 1 or 4. Sine being negative puts us in 3 or 4, right? So that means we are in quadrant 4, okay? So I'm going to draw myself a quadrant 4 angle. Now, because I'm in quadrant 4, this is my reference angle there, yes? this is my actual theta there. Okay? Based off of secant being 2/5, that would mean that this side would be 2 and the hypotenuse here would be 5. Agree? Okay? So the cosine of theta would then be 2/5, reciprocal of secant. It said cosecant. Cosecant is reciprocal of sine, right? Okay, so I do need to find that missing side. So 5 squared is going to equal 2 squared plus b squared. So that's 25 equals 4 plus b squared. So 21 is b squared. So we've got the square root of 21 for that. Which means then that the cosecant of theta is going to be 5 over the square root of 21. If you rationalized it, it would be 5 square roots of 21 over 21. Okay. And then we had to find actual theta. So theta, my reference angle, theta prime, is going to be the inverse tangent of the square root of 21 over 2. Square root, there it is, square root of 21 equals, divided by 2 equals, inverse tangent of it is, I get 66.42182152 degrees. But because I am in quadrant 4, that tells me that my actual theta is 360 degrees minus my reference angle. So that gives me an actual theta of 293.58 degrees. Do we have an accord? Meaning, do you agree? What's up, Sister Friend?
Wouldn't it be negative? Would square root be negative?
On the thing, yes. Yes. If we were, but we don't need it because we got to drop it anyway, so I can just let it be a distance.
Would cosecant be negative?
Oh, yes, because it would be, yes, I see what you're saying. Right here, that would be negative and that would be negative because it's in quadrant 4. Yes, I would agree with that. Yep. Okay. Cole, just be thankful that we let him turn the air conditioner back on. It was 84 degrees in here this morning when I came in. It was like a sauna. No, it wouldn't have been.
It was so awful.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like a sauna, yes.
It was so bad.
Huh? I would like you to find me all 6 trig values of theta. Huh? Go for it. I like 4 square roots of 2 for B. Right? Yeah? 4 square roots of 2. Why is it stupid? No. You take, because 30, it's the square root of 32, right? And 32 has a perfect square factor of 16 and 2. So the square root of 16 is 4. Yeah, it's already been square rooted. Can't square root a square root. That's just crazy talk. Okay? So, theta. Let's go with, we'll start with sine. So that would be 7/9, which means that the cosecant would be 9/7. Then we'll go cosine. Cosine would be 4 square roots of 2. Oops, that's not 42. Come on, that's better than that. Would be 4 square roots of 2 over 9, which means that the secant would be 9 over 4 square roots of 2, or 9 square roots of 2 over 8. Then tangent of theta is going to be 7 over 4 square roots of 2, or 7 square roots of 2 over 8. And then cotangent is going to be 4 square roots of 2 over 7. What do you mean to talk about? Which is just reciprocal. Yeah, you just reciprocate. Yep. Yep. It's that keep, change, flip thing. Yep. All right. Eeyore. Yes, I had to Google how you spell Eeyore. I only had it with one E. That's what I started with, and then the Google came up with double E-Y or O-R-E. Okay. Eeyore is 15 feet away from a $20 bill on the ground. Find the angle of depression Eeyore's eyes make to see the bill if his eyes are 3 feet above the ground. While you're doing that one, I am going to hand back stuff to hand back. So Eeyore is there. $3 feet off the ground. The $20 bill is, oops, the $20 bill is not 20 feet away. 15. Okay? So his eyes are looking down there. Where is the angle of depression? It's way up here, right? This is my angle of depression right there. Okay? So we could draw it upside down, yep. Or we could make this be our angle of elevation, because remember the angle of elevation is the same as the angle of depression from the other one. Okay? So, yep, so either or. So we're looking here at theta is going to be the inverse tangent of 3/15. Agreed? Because if we drew our triangle here, this would be 3, this would be 15. Opposite over adjacent is tangent. Okay. So, inverse, inverse tangent of 3 divided by 15 gets me 11.30993247 degrees. So we'll say Agree? Okay. So you've got fixes now on some stuff that I've handed back, that those can be done. You've got the whole world in your hands. We've got all of these homeworks that can be, make sure that those homeworks are done. Answer keys to all of them are online or at the end of the problems. On the word problem ones, the answer is in parentheses at the end of the problem. Okay? So we've got plenty of things that you can be doing now.